Kyrie, Brad was saying that your guys' competitiveness has been at a much higher level during practices than during these preseason games. Have you ever experienced that in your career with other teams that you've been on, where kind of the practices in the preseason have been at a higher level?
You've had them in spots, but I think it's been more consistent with us more or less lately because I just think the competition is just. I'm not saying the other players that we're playing against that it's just. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't have an answer. Like I wish I had an answer for why we couldn't translate how hard we play in practice for the last week or so into the game and have the same structure of what we're working on. Brad's doing a great job of teaching us and putting in sets and putting in structure for us to follow. Now it's up to us as players to make that conscious choice to do it at a very high level consistently. And we're asking a lot of our players to be like basketball savants now, rather than just basketball players. Like just going out there and just you have nothing to lose, nothing to worry about. Just go out there and play. Like we're not that team anymore. We have to be a lot smarter, have to be a lot more diligent in what we're doing out there, a lot more communicative. And it's gonna take some time, for us to figure that out because, we don't have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like set in stone. Like 2, 3, and 4 is like up in there for us. So you can see that our wings are having somewhat of a struggle just figuring out, okay, who's the 4 here, who's the 3 here, which is normal. You know what I mean? So it takes a lot more thinking of the game. So a lot more film watching, a lot more of us being together and talking about what we want as a group, rather than Brad telling us like this is what we want. He's leaving it up to us. So I appreciate that, you know what I mean? I know it's a long answer, but I've been thinking about it since I've been out, as I've been watching the games. So it's my job to keep them engaged as much as possible. That way we have that consistent effort and we're not coming out there looking like we don't have the energy like we have in practice.
How does that affect what you do on the court? There is some versatility, flexibility, and fluidity between your positions.
I mean, to be honest with you, I'm pretty confident that I can go out there and be efficient whether I have the ball in my hands or not. I think making their jobs a lot easier and making the game a lot more fun for our wings and everyone else is part of my job as well, which I willingly take. But now it's showing them and helping them as much as I can to learn about the game of basketball. It's an art, of like being able to make reads on the fly, and that way you prepare for it. Not just game 1, but game 76 going into the playoffs, and you have that continuity that you need. So. It's a step-by-step process. I mean, obviously, we don't want to overload each other with a bunch of what we think we should do and how we should hit the panic button or anything like that. But it's going to take time, so we're aware of that.
Do you guys more positionless than you were last year? Or is that possible?
I mean, because I was talking to JT about this, as well as JB. I mean, JT wasn't expected to score 18 last year. JB wasn't expected to take 12 shots last year. Gordon was supposed to be our second scorer, and now you think about that whole triangle of guys, and Gordon's coming back trying to prove himself. JT is trying to be at that next level. JB's trying to be at that next level. So, they all want to do everything, and at the end of the day, we can't all do everything, including myself. So, me and Al, we talk about it, as well as JT and JB. We're just open to talking about it and just seeing how it fits with all of us.
How are you approaching these 8 days, and how do you plan to use this time?
Oh, as a true veteran. I think we have a week left, right? It's 7 days from this point. So it's a lot more conditioning, a lot more just getting mentally dialed in. I mean, obviously around this time of year, you can just feel the change in the tempo in practice, as well as kind of the emphasis on certain things that we want to accomplish in practice and what we want to see in the game. So.
Kyrie, you came in Cleveland, you were kind of on your own, you were the rookie, you were kind of anointed to face the franchise. I think you and Tristan bonded, but with Jalen and Jason, how important is it for those two to kind of become close, considering their roles here? I don't know if you had that in Cleveland where you bonded with
I wasn't the face of the franchise. They made that very clear. I was just a great piece in Cleveland, which I gratefully accepted. With here, those guys, their relationship it's going to be what they make it, honestly. It's a competition between them, obviously. So, you just want to see them, go at each other in practice and then make that translation into games. If you're going at one of the best wings in the league every single day, it should only help you. So it's good to see them go at it.
So even when you were drafted, you didn't feel like before LeBron got there, you didn't feel like you were kind of the face?
No. I was just a great piece. Great piece. They weren't giving me the keys to the franchise. They weren't. I was too young, man. I didn't deserve them, you know what I mean? So, but after a while, I felt like I earned it after a while, and I took a lot of that responsibility on myself. Still wasn't ready to do it, but learned a lot from that point to be at this position now.
How hard was it for you to, at that point, to be Kyrie, LeBron's lieutenant?
Lieutenant?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, next in charge.
Oh, next in charge?
Yeah.
I didn't really see it as that, man. I honestly just saw it as a point in my career which I needed to learn and grow, honestly. I mean, I took as much knowledge as I could and I moved on with my career. From that point, I think I learned a lot about myself and how much of a competitor I am. And I think that the biggest thing is what I see the young guys that we have here is, and I'm saying this, I'm not a young guy as well, but the experience component, I had to learn a lot about the game of basketball. Like being with Ron and being with Mike Miller and James Jones, being around the veterans like that was the first time I went from being one of the youngest to being one of the oldest. So, whether it was a lieutenant, sergeant, whatever you want to call it, LeBron, I think that being around him and his basketball knowledge, as well as all the other veterans that complimented us at that time, was something I needed because I was a fourth year in, just signed a $90 million contract. I'm thirsty for everything. And for the most part, I've just been taught roll out the ball and go play. So that was the first time I actually had to watch film and get ready for the playoffs and learn what it's like to be competed against rather than competing like. We now became the hunted, and I think that's the biggest change that we're going to see is that our effort has to surpass other teams' talent and effort at times, and that's going to distinguish us from other teams.
Kyrie, with defenses switching so much, and you guys having a lot of like-sized lineups, what's Brad's messaging in terms of that fine line between keeping it moving and then when to attack one-on-one?
You took me from switching to one-on-one.
Defense is switching so much. Guys can go one-on-one.
Yeah.
So what's the fine line of keeping it moving?
Don't get lazy. Don't get lazy. Just don't concede to what the defense is, giving you. Obviously, they want us to take tough twos and, be one-on-one. You can live with those possessions in the NBA game. Like, guys going one-on-one. It becomes stagnant. The game doesn't become fun. We're running back on defense every time. People are running from corner to corner. Egos get involved because no one's touching it. And you have to find that balance, but you just cannot be lazy, allowing the defense just to switch. It can't happen with us. It can't happen. I won't allow it to. So if a point guard switches off me on JT, we better look in that post every play down. And if we have to run that play, I know Brad's going to communicate it, but it should work, because it collapses the defense. It works for us as a team, and we have to all feel good about it. But we just can't concede to just allowing teams to switch out of convenience against us because we have too much talent around the perimeter for us to just stand around and dribble handoff to one another. Brad wants us to figure it out, which I appreciate.
All right, guys, we'll wrap it up there.
Thank you.
Practice.